Right, hello everyone. Welcome to Warren's Team Talk. I hope you're all well today and having a great day. And it's Grand National Day, and the bets are on. The horses are in there, and they're ready to run and they're ready to roll. And I'm fucking excited. I love Grand National Day. I really do. But this is about the football today, and the 3 o'clock kickoffs up and down the United Kingdom. So let's get into it. And before we do it, anything else, let's just say hello to everyone in the chat. And we got Game Killer in, and he's going Villa on fire. And yeah, absolutely, mate. It's fucking brilliant. Go on, Unai Emery. Unai Emery! Top man. What an absolute legend that man is. I love Unai Emery. I mean, he's just superb. Top four looking more interesting now after this result. Yeah, mate, 100% it is. 100% it is, Game Killer. Absolutely spot on, mate, as always. And Del Boy Gunner TV, big up Warren and all in the chat. Nice to see you, Del. Hope you're good, mate. I hope you got your bet on for the National. And I hope you're having a great day, and I hope the boys are well. And I hope you're going to enjoy the show this afternoon. And I hope that your horse does well, that your bet comes in for you and you can go and enjoy your winnings and all the rest of it. But yeah, everyone, make sure you go and subscribe to Del Boy Gunner TV. The man is an absolute legend, in my opinion. And he done a brilliant video there the other day, kicking off about the Arsenal-Liverpool game. So go and check that out. Absolute top quality content the fella does. And I absolutely loved it. I thought it was brilliant. And he normally does a show on a Friday night, well, a vlog. He does a vlog. He goes to League of Ireland games usually on a Friday night. And he does a vlog, and it usually comes out like late Friday night or early Saturday morning, something like that. But the thing, I haven't received the notifications, Del. I don't know whether YouTube's playing up again or what. But yeah, go and check him out because his channel's brilliant. And Del Boy Gunner TV says, yes, Game Killer, Villa are great today. Emery has been playing excellent. Yeah, funny what happens when you actually go and back a manager who knows what they're doing, isn't it? It really is. And, you know, if they'd actually backed Emery, we might have had a Champions League trophy sitting in the cabinet by now at the Emirates. But no, they didn't want to do that, did they? Instead of that, they went and recruited the bloody clown we got at the moment. So there you are. Joanne says, hi, Warren, my lovelies. Nice to see you, Joanne. I hope you're well. And also, please go and make sure you check out Joanne's channel. She's got a channel as well. Hello, Del Boy, she says. And I've had a free sofa delivered today. Very good. Where did you get that from, Joanne? That sounds good. And Joanne says, my sofa is so comfy. Laugh out loud. Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. And Akers said, come on, Brighton, put misery on Fat Frank. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Run around 20. Oh, Frankie boy. And not that Frank, though. But yeah, I know what you mean, mate. I know what you mean. Yeah, Frank Butcher. Jesus Christ. That fella, I'm convinced when he was in EastEnders, he never had a script. I just reckon he used to make it up. And it's something my mate said to me, Mick, and I'm convinced, and he's right. I don't think he had a script. I just reckon he used to make it up as he went along. Danny's in the chat. He says, hello, Warren, how are you? Currently at Gillingham away with County. Away end is made out of scaffolding. Yeah, well, it doesn't sound. I'm not surprised, mate. That team, They're a bunch of bloody scumbags, Gillingham. I can't stand them. Bloody Gillingham Football Club. Yeah, absolute scumbags. Yeah, I've been to Gillingham a few times with Maidstone United, and there was scraps all over the place, like Kent Derby. Jesus Christ. It was a madness, mate. Absolute madness. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of Gillingham at all. I can't stand them. Their fans are absolute scumbags. They're Millwall wannabes, to be quite frank. Joanne says, Marketplace on Facebook. I needed a 3-piece suite. I paid man £40 to pick it up and deliver it. Excellent. Excellent. Fair play, Joanne. It's an immaculate velvet blue abstract. Sounds lovely, Joanne. Nice one. Well done. Akers says, Tottenham game delayed by 15 minutes. Yeah, they were worried it was going to be an hour. Hour delay. I was thinking, no, please don't do that to me. Yeah, so that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Anyway, so let's get into the show, people. I hope that you're all well. Thank you all for so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the show today. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. So don't forget the Super Six Prediction League, Sky Sports Super Six. The Warren's Team Talk League is currently up and running. And if you want to join, there'll be instructions in the description about how to do that. There's a code that you have to enter and whatnot. If anyone wants to join it and you have trouble, just let me know and I'll see what I can do to help you. The only thing is, you have to live in the UK or Republic of Ireland to be able to win the cash prizes. There is I think every week there's a £5,000 cash prize that you can win. And now and again, they have a super jackpot, which is like $250,000 that you can win. But yeah, so let's have a look, see where what the Warren's Team Talk League standings are. So I'm still top. I've got 87 points since the thing started. Jeff Stelling is second with 76. Darren is sitting in third with 51. Joanne is fourth on 43. And Ryan Stockley is in fifth on 36. So we're all doing really well, I have to say. I'm really impressed. So, yeah, there's a lot of talent there. A lot of predicting talent. So I'm very, very impressed. So fair play to everyone. And let's see what happens this weekend. I'm not confident, I have to say, of my chances this week. So let's have a look at 3 o'clock kickoffs today. So there's a good lot of fixtures today, I've noticed. In the Premier League, we've got Chelsea against Brighton. These are all the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Everton against Fulham. Southampton against Crystal Palace. Tottenham against Bournemouth. And Wolves against Brentford. In the Scottish Premiership, we've got Livingston against St Johnstone. Motherwell against Dundee United. And Rangers against St Mirren. And then in the Championship, we got Blackpool against Wigan, Millwall against Preston, QPR v Coventry, Reading v Burnley, Rotherham against Luton Town, Stoke versus West Bromwich Albion, Sunderland versus Birmingham, Swansea v Huddersfield, and Watford versus Bristol City. And then in League One, we got Accrington Stanley against Fleetwood Town, Bristol Rovers against Derby County, Burton Albion against Sheffield Wednesday, Forest Green Rovers against Barnsley, Ipswich Town v Charlton, Lincoln City v Port Vale, Milton Keynes against Cheltenham Town, Morecambe against Wycombe Wanderers, Oxford United versus Bolton Wanderers, Shrewsbury Town versus Portsmouth. And then in League Two, we've got Carlisle United against Northampton Town, Crawley Town versus Tranmere Rovers, Crewe Alexandra against Walsall, Gillingham versus Stockport County, which is where Dan is this afternoon, God bless him. Grimsby Town versus Mansfield, Harrogate Town versus Doncaster, Newport County versus Hartlepool, Rochdale v Bradford City, Salford City versus Colchester, Stevenage versus Wimbledon, Sutton United v Leyton Orient, and Swindon versus Barrow. And just want to say, Dan, if you're still listening to me, man, be fucking careful, because those fucking scumbags at Gillingham, they are no word of a lie, they think they're fucking Millwall. I'm telling you, they're absolute wankers. So just take care of yourself and be careful and watch your back. Because I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. So the Premier League table, Arsenal still sitting 6 points clear. Man City have got a game in hand after last weekend's matches. But it's Arsenal's chances took a bit of a dent after that draw with Liverpool. And me personally, I think that game has potentially put a final nail in the coffin. But let's see what happens. My level of optimism has gone down, but it's hardly surprising given the manager we got. I just don't think he's up to it. Newcastle United are third, United are fourth, Tottenham are in fifth, Villa are in sixth. They've won today, Aston Villa, so that will put them they're just 6 points off the Champions League places. So, but the teams in the Champions League places have got a couple of games in hand on them. So I think they're going to get Europe. And who's going to bet against Unai Emery winning the Europa League next season if they're in the Europa League? I'm telling you, if they get in the Europa League, they will win it. 100%. That man is a fucking genius. He knows what he's doing. And I wish he was still at Arsenal, to be quite honest with you. In the bottom three, we've got Nottingham Forest, Leicester, and Southampton. And in the Scottish Premiership, Celtic, it's not mathematically over, to be honest, but it might as well be. 12 points clear and a way superior goal difference. That's more or less 13 points clear the Celtic are up because the goal difference is worth a point. So Rangers will have to win 5 games. They would have to win 5 games more than Celtic by the end of the season. And there's only about another 7 games to go, I believe. So it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The collapse that Celtic would have to go through would be just the most unbelievable collapse ever seen in the history of the game. Not just in Scotland, but in world football. It's not happening. So Ross County and Dundee United are in now serious danger of being relegated. I think that they will, both of them, end up going, which is a bit of a shame because I like Ross County. I know that a lot of my Celtic mates, they love going up to Dingwall in the Highlands for the matches against Ross County, but still, there you go. Never mind. And in the Championship, Burnley are definitely promoted. Sheffield United are battling it out at the top. Middlesbrough won 5-1 last night in the Championship, so they are now sitting in third. So they're still batting it out with the Borough. Millwall are in the mix. Luton are in the mix. Blackburn are in the mix as well. So yeah, it's getting interesting up there. That's for sure. Reading, Blackpool, and Wigan are in trouble down the bottom, and there's a massive game today at the bottom of the table. Blackpool against Wigan, and that's why I've selected that game today as my game of choice from the Championship. EFL League One, Sheffield Wednesday, top. It's a lot tighter in this league than any of the other leagues we've looked at so far. Wednesday 1 point clear of Plymouth, and Plymouth are 1 point clear of Ipswich, and then Ipswich are 4 points clear of Barnsley. You've got Peterborough in the mix, Bolton in the mix. You've got Derby County and Wickham up there as well, and Portsmouth. It's very, very tight up the top. In the bottom three, we've got Cambridge United, Morecambe and Forest Green Rovers. And to me, I think Forest Green Rovers are done and dusted. They're adrift by quite a margin, to be quite honest. League Two, Leyton Orient are sitting top. They're 8 points clear, and the game in hand, I think they're pretty much promoted. They probably look like they're going to win the title as well. Northampton the second, and then we've also got Stockport County, Carlisle, Stevenage, and Salford in the mix for automatic promotion. And Stockport are playing today down at Gillingham. So, yeah, hopefully they'll get 3 points against that mob, because I can't stand Gillingham. Also in the mix, you've got Salford City and Mansfield Town. And then in the bottom three, you've got Hartlepool, Crawley Town and Rochdale. So that's that. So that's where we are. That's the matches we're going to be looking at mostly today. Everton against Fulham, Motherwell against Dundee United, Blackpool against Wigan, Burton Albion against Sheffield Wednesday, and Sutton against Leyton Orient. Some good games there, I believe. But let's get into the lineups and formations. Okay, so Everton against Fulham. Everton, their starting 11 is Pickford, who's captain, Godfrey, Tarkowski, Keane, Mikalenko, Garner, Iwobi, McNeil, Gray, and Maupay. And in Fulham, they're going with Leno, Tete, Tosin, Ream, who's their captain, Robinson, Paulina, Reed, Andreas, Wilson, James, and William. And Everton are going with a 4-4-2. No surprises there. And Fulham, they're going with a 4-2-3-1. Motherwell, their starting 11 is Kelly, Johnston, McGinn, Butcher, Casey, Furlong, Goss, Cornelius, Spittle, Van Veen, and Mandron. And Dundee United, their starting 11 is Burgerty, McMahon, Mulgrew, Niskanen, Fletcher, he's their captain, Sibbald, Bih, McGrath, Freeman, Harks, and Ayina. And their starting formations, Motherwell are going with a 3-4-1-2. And Dundee United, they're going with a 4-1-4-1. And we move on to Blackpool against Wigan Athletic, the big relegation battle in the Championship. The Blackpool starting 11 is Grimshaw, Lyons, Nelson, Thornley, Husband, Forini, Anderson, Bowler, Poveda, Rogers, and Yates. And Wigan, their starting 11 is Amos, Nyambi, Hughes, Watmore, Reckick, McLean, Power, who's their captain, Naylor, Asgard, Keane, and Lang. And their starting formations, Blackpool have gone with a 4-3-3, and Wigan, they're going with a 3-5-1-1. And now we go down to Sutton United, my mate Donkey's team. So he lives just up the road from the ground. So fair play to him. I'm not sure if he's gone there today or not. I believe he pops down now and again to watch them when they're at home. And their starting 11 is McGillivray, Brayford, who's captain, Oshilaja, Hughes, Powell, Taylor, Moon, Shaughnessy, Helm, Carriol and Ashworth. And Wednesday, their starting 11 is Dawson, Palmer, Flint, Famiao, Admiran, Johnson, Volks, Backington, Bannan, Patterson and Gregory. And there's starting formations. Burton have gone with a 3-4-2-1. Sorry, what am I talking about Sutton for? Nutter. Sorry, guys. This Burton Albion we're talking about, not fucking Sutton United. I need shooting. I really do. That's absolutely outrageous. It's the yellow shirts. And Sheffield Wednesday, they're going with a 3-4-1-2. And now we do go to Sutton United. And Sutton United starting formation is Rose, Bodywin, Rowe, Kizzy, Hart, Ajiboy, Beautyman, Smith, Neufeld, Bugle, Angol, and the starting formation for Leyton Orient is Figaro, James, Smith, Sotiroy, Moncur, Missy Nooney, Pratley, who's the captain, Beckles, Hunt, Sadler, and Turns. The Sutton United starting formation is a traditional 4-4-2. And Leyton Orient, they're going with a 4-2-3-1. So there we go. That's the starting lineups and formations for you. And let's get back into the chat. Let's get back into the chat and see how everyone is doing. Let's see. And Haaland, Akers says Haaland will be on a Fox mission tonight. Okie doke, fair play, mate. Yeah, exactly. Because they're playing Leicester, aren't they? I was trying to figure out what you meant by that. Now I've just stumbled on it. Yeah, it'd be out on the Fox hunt tonight, mate. That's for sure. The old bugle. Pep will be sounding the bugle. Boop, boop, boop. And they will be off. Got my bets on, says Joanne. Okay, Joanne, good for you. What you going for? Have you had a bet on the National? Anyone else had a bet on the National? Anyone who's interested, livescore.com, you can get a free £1 bet. All you have to do is create an account on their website, and it's completely free, right? And it's one of the websites I use to help me do this show. It gives you up-to-date scores and all the matches on the Saturday afternoon and whatnot. It's a really good website. I really, really like it. I recommend it. It's much better than the BBC. They're really quick off the mark. So, yeah. And they're doing, like I say, they're doing a £1 bet for the National this afternoon, and it's completely free. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to put your bank account details in or anything like that. And they also do a version of the Sky Sports Super 6 as well. So I had a little go on that as well. Akers says, I can't believe that Arsenal tickets next season will be £100 per game. It's totally disgraceful. Well, this is the thing, mate. This is what my issue with that club is. Back in the day when I was going on a regular basis, it wasn't all about making as much money out of the supporters as they possibly could. It wasn't. Yeah, they did try and make money. They did. I'm not saying that they didn't, but it wasn't a rip-off like this is. It's absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry. That is outrageous. £100 a game. It's absolutely shocking. I remember back in the day when I was a young fella, was £3.50 to get in the West End lower tier in the seats, right? And £1 to get in to stand up on the North Bank. Now, I'm not saying it should be those prices now, but you're not telling me that the equivalent prices of those prices are £100 a game. Do you know what I mean? The whole point was that working man would be able to go to the football. There's no way on earth you're going to tell me that a working man could go take his boy or take, a couple of kids with him to watch the game. That's like £300. 300 sobs to go and watch a game of football. No. No, I'm sorry, that's not acceptable. Afternoon, Ron, says Darren. Nice to see you, Darren. I hope you're good, mate. You got your bet on for the national, buddy? Mr. Incredible, 12-1, £10 win. Yeah, go on, Darren. Get in there, my son. Get it on. Nice, cheeky little £10 bet at 12-1. Lovely, jubbly. And Acres, that is a disgrace. It is an absolute disgrace. And the problem is these fans will be lapping it up. Not one of them will raise a voice and question it or kick off about it. At some point, a line needs to be drawn in the sand and the clubs needs to be told by the supporters, no, we're not having it. You need to stop it. Do you know? And that day, I personally hope is coming very soon. And I hope it comes at the end of the season when we do not win the title and all this bullshit and PR kicks in massive. Because I reckon they're just waiting for that to happen so that they probably got two avenues to go down. One if we win the title and one if we don't. And if we don't win the title, then they will go for it big time with a huge marketing and PR campaign to get people to not kick off. I'm telling you now, I bet they will. And Henry Ray Baker channel, afternoon, Warren, he says, hello, mate. I hope you're doing all right. Absolute top man. Please go and subscribe to this fella's channel. He does brilliant content. He's a massive Liverpool fan, the same as our friend Niall from the upper tier. But yeah, he does great content. So please go and check him out. And I remember £3.50 standing room. Yeah, I remember that, mate, as well. And £3.50 it was, I remember, in the lower West Stand. In the West Stand lower for seating. Right, I used to go in there with my dad when I was a kid. And we used to go in there. I remember he took me in the North Bank and it was £1.20 to stand up in the North Bank. And if he was feeling a bit flush, he'd take me in the West End lower, £3.50. So yeah, that's shocking, mate. Absolutely disgraceful. Henry Ray Baker channel says, hi chat. Yeah, make sure everyone please go and check out Henry's channel. It's brilliant. Darren says they think they are getting the Hooray Henrys in at them prices. They will cut their own throats. Anyone spending that price of money, more money than sense, and empty seats will follow. It will, because these people, the problem is with attracting that sort of clientele, right? One, you're not going to create an atmosphere, right? For a start, I'm telling you now, they'll be thinking that they're going to the opera and they're there to be entertained, which to a point is true, but they ain't going to be there creating an atmosphere and wanting to sing and shout and holler and get behind the team. They're not. They're going to expect the team to entertain them and they're not going to see it as a partnership between the fans and the team. They ain't. They're not. They don't think that way. And then when it goes tits up, which it will, they'll walk away. They'll go, oh, yeah, I'm fucking fed up with this. I'm going to start going down Chelsea. Or I'm going to start going wherever any other team is that's been moderately successful is. Do you know what I mean? That's where they'll go. And they'll take all their money with them. And then You know, no, mate, it's all wrong. It's all wrong, and it sums up this bloody club in a nutshell. And that's why I've got such a huge problem with it, and that's why I don't give them any money. They offered me a gold membership, like about 6 months ago, and I told them to do one. Joanne says Velvet Elvis 25-1 each way, £1 off at load, £30, £32 to win. Yeah, no, I had a £3 £1 bet on a 9-1 shot, and I think he had sort of French name or something like that. Darren says the Conkeys are landlords renting our club to let they have paid the mortgage and now squeeze us like lemons. Yeah, they do, mate. They're absolute scumbags. And I saw Matteo Flamini wants to buy Arsenal, apparently. So the story goes. And to be quite honest with you, if he's going to come in and be all over the likes of Edu and Arteta and Vinay and Garlichead and all the rest of them, and be like in their faces and say what's going on, and be egomaniac and like power mad, I hope he gets it, because the trouble is that these people who are running Arsenal at the moment, they've just been allowed to run amok. They've been allowed to run amok, and there's no consequence for poor performance. They're just allowed to get on with it. And the attitude to me seems to be, oh, well, never mind, better luck next time. No. That is not the attitude that I want to see. So hopefully Flamini will get the money together to get it. Whether he's got the money to be able to do it, that's another question, though, because I think it's going to take a sizable chunk of money to get them out. I don't think they would sell for less than maybe 7-8 billion. I really don't. I just can't see it, because I think that they're waiting for the Super League to come. And Darren's going, Frizzler's hot dogs, laugh out loud. Yes, mate, absolutely. The upper tier says, get in Irish point, you little dancer. What? What's that all about, Noel? Noel's going, get in Irish point, you little dancer. What is all that about? Game killer, Stan Kroenke only see Arsenal as his cash cow to fund all these American sports clubs. Yeah, I bet you that's what it is. It's a nice little earner for him, and he's crew. So anyway, let's see what's going on. There's 10 minutes been played so far. Let's start off with the Premier League and see what's going there. It's currently 0-0. Everton, Chelsea, 7 minutes gone there. It's 0-0. Chelsea 0, Brighton 0. All the games are scoreless in the Premier League. Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 0, and Wolves 0, Brentford 0. Right. So then with that, let's go. Let's go into the Championship. Let's see what's going on there. And the scores there. We had earlier today, Sheffield United beat Cardiff by 4-1. It's currently Blackpool 1, Wigan Athletic 0 in the big relegation battle, the game that I picked out. So there's been a goal there, and it's been scored by Yates in the 2nd minute. So Yates has scored for Blackpool. Wrong one. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Yeah, so it's Blackpool 1, Wigan Athletic 0. Yates scores in the 2nd minute. It was assisted by Anderson. And Jerry Yates from Blackpool had a right-footed shot from the right side of the box to the bottom left corner, and that was assisted by Keshi Anderson. So there we are. Blackpool 1-0 up at Wigan. Let's see if there's any other goals gone in so far. So it's currently Millwall 0, Preston North End 0, Queen's Park Rangers 0, Coventry City 0, Reading 0, Burnley 0, Rotherham United 0, Luton Town 0, Stoke City 0, West Bromwich Albion 0, Sunderland 0, Birmingham City 0, and Swansea City 0, Huddersfield Town 0. And there's been a goal at Vicarage Road as well. And the game between Watford and Bristol City. Watford. So it's Watford 1, Bristol City 0 there. Cornick scores an own goal in the 6th minute to give Watford a 1-goal lead. So, yeah, there we go. Very unfortunate for the Cornick, but still, that's the way it goes, unfortunately, sometimes. When you're playing in defence, those things can happen from time to time. So there we go. Yeah, that's the Championship. So let's go now and have a look in the Scottish Premiership and see what is going on there. And the game I chose today there is Motherwell against Dundee United. So Motherwell are sitting halfway, or just below halfway, and they're playing the team that are rooted to the bottom of the table. So it's currently Motherwell 0, Dundee United 0 there. And all the other games there are goalless as well. It's Livingston 0, St Johnstone 0. Motherwell 0, Dundee United 0, and Rangers 0, St Mirren 0. 10 minutes gone there. Earlier today, Hibs won the big Edinburgh derby. Hibernian 1, Heart of Midlothian 0. And those of you who don't know, in Edinburgh, they've even got all the buses. They go around Edinburgh and they've got they're the same colour as Heart's shirts. They're like sort of a burgundy colour. I remember when I was a kid, we went up on a holiday up there, right? Because my dad comes from a little town just outside of Edinburgh. And he used to say to me, yeah, there goes the Hearts buses. He used to refer to them as the Hearts buses because they had the same colour as the Hearts shirts, like this burgundy colour. Anyway, when you go next to Edinburgh, check it out. they're Hearts buses. So, yeah, Hibs won today by 1-0. That goal was scored by Nisbet in the 67th minute and assisted by Hanlon. So there you go. Hibs 1, Heart of Midlothian 0. And let's now go to League One, see what's going on there. And so today for League One, I chose the game between Burton Albion and Sheffield Wednesday. Currently, that's 0-0. But let's see what's going on in the other games. And there's been a couple of goals in League One so far, so that's good. Accrington Stanley against Fleetwood Town. There's been a goal there, so let's go and check. And it's what am I doing? No. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Sorry about that, guys. So, yeah, it's Accrington Stanley 0, Fleetwood Town 1. 11 minutes gone there. Marriott has given Fleetwood Town the lead after 9 minutes, and that was assisted by Sarpong Waiwadu. And let's see how the goal went in. So goal. Jack Marriott, Fleetwood Town, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the centre of the goal, assisted by Brendan Sarpong Waiadu. So there we go. Fleetwood Town 1-0 up at Accrington Stanley. It's Bristol City 0, Derby County 1. And Bristol Rovers 0, Derby County 1. That goal was scored by McGoldrick in the 4th minute, assisted by Barker-Luzon. And let's see what happened there. So in the 4th minute, here we go. Goal, Bristol Rovers 0, Derby County 1. David McGoldrick, Derby County, had a right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom left corner, assisted by Tom Barker-Hewson with a cross. So there we are. That's Bristol Rovers 0, Derby County 1. And it's Burton Albion 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Forest Green Rovers 0, Barnsley 1. Barnsley have taken the lead there through Tedic in the 8th minute, and Connell got the assist for that one. And then let's see what else have we got there. No. What am I doing? Yeah. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so it's Forest Green Rovers 0, Barnsley 1. And it's now Ipswich Town 2, Charlton Athletic 0. Ipswich storming into a good lead early in the game there. Just 14 minutes gone. And Chaplin, not Charlie Chaplin, has scored twice. He scored in the 7th minute and the 14th minute. And the goals were assisted by Davis and Broadhead. Let's go and check that out and see what's happened. So let's look at the first one first. First things first. Goal, Ipswich Town 1, Charlton Athletic 0. Connor Chaplin, Ipswich Town, left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, assisted by Leif Davis. And then just 7 minutes later, he repeated the act, Connor Chaplin, a right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the top right corner, assisted by Nathan Broadhead. So it's Ipswich Town 2, Charlton 0. And it's Lincoln City 1, Port Vale 0. That goal has been scored by Sorensen in the 11th minute, and it was assisted by Monroe in the 11th minute. So the goal occurred when Sorensen had a right-footed shot to the centre, from the centre of the box to the centre of the goal, assisted by Daniel Mandroy. So there you go. Lincoln City 1, Port Vale 0. And then what else have we got here? Milton Keynes Dons are trailing home by 1-0 to Cheltenham Town. Bond scored in the 12th minute for Cheltenham. And Elliot Bonds from Cheltenham Town, he had a right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom left corner. And that has given Cheltenham a 1-0 lead at Milton Keynes Dons. So, what else have we got? What is going on? It's Morecambe 0, Wycombe Wanderers 0. It's Oxford United 0, Bolton Wanderers 1. Charles has scored for Bolton there in the 7th minute. So, Dion Charles, Bolton Wanderers, had a left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the centre of the goal, and that's been enough to give Bolton a 1-0 lead at Oxford United so far. So let's see where we are. And then finally in League One, it's Shrewsbury Town 0, Portsmouth 0. And then earlier today, Plymouth Argyle won 1-0 away at Exeter City in the big Devonshire derby there. And Cambridge United beat Peterborough United by 2-0. So that's us up to date with League One. Let's go and see what's going on in League Two. So, what are we doing? Stop that and share screen. Let's go down to Sutton, see how we're getting on there. So Sutton United have fallen behind in the 14th minute. It's Sutton United 0, Leyton Orient 1. So here we go. So Sutton United 0, Leyton Orient 1. That goal was scored by Sadlier in the 14th minute. Let's see what happened there. Goal. Kieran Sadlier of Leyton Orient scored from a free kick with a right-footed shot to the bottom left corner. So there we are. Leyton Orient 1-0 up at Sutton United. My mate Donkey won't be very pleased about that, I'm sure. But still, there we are. It's Carlisle United 0, Northampton Town 0. Gillingham 0, Stockport County 0. Grimsby Town 0, Mansfield Town 0. Harrogate Town 0, Doncaster Rovers 0. Salford City 0, Colchester United 0. And Swindon Town 0, Barrow 0. And the goals where there are games where there are goals. Crewe Alexandra are leading Walsall by 1-0 after 20 minutes. The goal was scored by McDonald in the 2nd minute. That gave Crewe an early lead against Walsall. Let's find out what happened. Rod McDonald, not Ronald McDonald, Rod McDonald, Crewe Alexandra, a header from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, assisted by Callum Ainsley with a cross following a set piece. So there we are. Crewe take an early lead in that game. So it's Crewe Alexandra 1, Walsall 0. And then Newport County have scored in the game with Hartlepool. So it's Newport County 1, Hartlepool United 0. And Omar Bogley of Newport County had a left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, and that was assisted by Cameron Norman. So Newport County 1-0 up at home to Hartlepool United, and let's see what other scores there have been. And it's Rochdale 0, Bradford City 1. Stubbs scored for Bradford City in the 5th minute, and that goal was assisted by Smallwood. So Sam Stubbs, Bradford City, header from very close range to the centre of the goal, assisted by Richard Smallwood following a set piece. And also in that game, there's been a booking. Rumanai Critchlow from Bradford City was shown a yellow card for a bad foul. So, Rumanai Critchlow, this is for you, mate.
Your book, son.
So that's that. Let's go back and see what other scores there's been. And it's Salford City 0, Colchester United 1. Salford City 0, Colchester United 1. Chilvers scores in the 22nd minute for Colchester United, and it was assisted by Tovid. And basically Noah Chilvers, Colchester United, left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, assisted by Samson Tovid to give Colchester United a 1-0 lead at Salford City. And what else have we got here? It's Stevenage, Wimbledon. There's been a couple of goals there. So it's Stevenage 1, AFC Wimbledon 1. Roberts has gave Stevenage the lead in the 4th minute. And then Al-Hamadi equalised for Wimbledon in the 11th minute. And that was assisted by Jane. So Stevenage 1, AFC Wimbledon 1. Yeah, so there we go. Let's see what other scores there have been. We know about that one. So yeah, that's us up to date basically with all the scores. Let's get back into the chat and see what's going on there. The upper says another winner. Go on, Niall. You're raking it in, mate. You'll be banned from those bookies, mate. At least carry on. You will. They'll be banning you. Get in, Irish Niall. What's the crack? Says Henry Baker channel. Exactly, mate. And all good, Henry, says Niall. And Henry Baker says, great. Game Killer says 1-0 Chelsea. Let's go and check that out. Let's see what's going on in the Premier League. So, yeah, it's Chelsea 1, Brighton 0, people. Gallagher has scored for Chelsea in the 13th minute, and it was assisted by Mudryk. So 26 minutes gone there. It's Chelsea 1, Brighton 0. And let's see if we can find out what's been going on there, how that goal went in. Hold on. It's in the 13th minute. So here we go. Conor Gallagher, Chelsea, right-footed shot from outside of the box to the bottom left corner, assisted by Mikhailo Mudryk. And that makes the score Chelsea 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. So there we are. Chelsea have a 1-0 lead at home to Brighton. And much needed boost for them. And there's been a goal at Goodison Park. Niall's ears pricking up at the news that there's been a goal at Goodison Park, that's for sure. And if you're listening intently, and Niall, you're going to be absolutely delighted to know it's Everton 0, Fulham 1. And the goal there has come from Reed in the 22nd minute. It was scored by James. So it was assisted by James. And let's see what happened. Goal. Everton 0, Fulham 1. Harrison Reed, Fulham, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, assisted by Dan James. And also Idrissa Gueye of Everton has been shown a yellow card. So, my friend, this is for you.
Your book, son.
So there, let's sort this out, because this is a bit crazy. We need to do this, and so there we go. Everton 0, Fulham 1. 29 minutes gone there. And currently it's Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 0. It's also Tottenham 0, AFC Bournemouth 0. But there's been a goal at Molineux. That has happened in the game between Wolverhampton Wanderers and Brentford. So it's Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Brentford 0. And Diego Costa reeling back the years. And it's Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Brentford 0. And the shithousery king has got himself on the score sheet for Wolves. And Diego Costa, Wolverhampton Wanderers, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner. And it's Wolves 1, Brentford 0. There we go. So there we have it. And there's been a goal at White Hart Lane now. There's been a goal. And there we are. It's Tottenham Hotspur 1, AFC Bournemouth 0. And it's been scored by Song Heung-min in the 14th minute. And it's been assisted by Perisic. So Tottenham Hotspur 1, AFC Bournemouth 0. Song Heung-min, Tottenham, left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, assisted by Ivan Perisic. So there we are. Spurs take a lead after 14 minutes. So let's leave it on that. And don't forget tonight, Man City will be going out fox hunting tonight. They're playing Leicester at home. Let's see what happens there. I think they're going to absolutely batter Leicester. I've gone for a 4-0 win for City tonight. I think they're going to destroy him. Dean Smith, I'm sorry, he's not the answer, I'm afraid. My mate Mick, he was a Norwich fan, didn't rate him at Norwich, and I have to say I agree with him. Yeah, I just don't think he's the answer. He's yesterday's man, in my opinion. Game killer 1-0 Crystal Palace. Did we cover that? Oh, yeah, we did, I think. Hold on, let me just see. Did we? No, it's still 0-0, mate, unfortunately. Henry Ray Baker channel says drinks on Nile today, laugh out loud. It sounds like he's having a good old time at the bookies, mate, that's for sure. He'll be getting banned. I've got a funny story to tell you all about the bookies in a minute. 1-0 Fulham, says Game Killer. Yeah, mate, yeah. Fulham 1-0 up. Fair play to them. And the upper tier says, big shout out to all the grounds and Aintree, remembering the victims of the Hellsborough stuff. Did they do that? Well, fair play to them. Fair play to them for doing that. That's the proper and right thing to be doing as well. So fair play to them. Game Killer says 1-0 to Wolves. And I'd just like to say as well that I want to just like, I don't know how to say it, but I can't believe that those poor people who had family members or friends or whatnot, or who died in that awful, horrific accident. Well, I personally think they were murdered by the Sheffield police. That's my opinion. I can't believe that they're still having to fight to get justice for those people. I just think it's disgusting, and it's high time that people were held to account. And I think it goes right to the heart of our government. I mean, Thatcher was involved in it. All of them are just, it's an absolute disgrace. And it should whoever it is who is responsible for that disaster, they should be sitting in a prison cell, in my opinion. Absolutely disgusting. And it's really upsetting because I remember the day it happened, and I was at Highbury and watching Arsenal, and the news was coming through about what had happened, and it could have been any one of us, and you shouldn't be going to a game of football and then saying goodbye to your loved ones, your family or whatnot, going off to football and then not coming home again. It's just absolutely outrageous. I'm sorry. No. Someone needs to pay for that. Niall's going, get in Marco Silva, Werther's Originals, you soft centre toffees. Exactly. I thought you'd had another winner then. I thought there was a horse called Marco Silva that had won for you at Aintree. Henry Ray Baker channel said laugh out loud, no. And Neverton are suckers for sure. Laugh out loud, says Henry Ray Baker. It certainly looks like it, doesn't it? And Darren says, boo! Fair play, Darren. Nice one, mate. I like it. Game Killer. Everton 1-1. Let's go and check that out, people. Let's go and check it out. Everton 1-1, apparently. There you go. Look. Everton 1, Fulham 1. So Everton have scored. They've scored at home against Fulham. McNeil has scored for Everton in the 35th minute. It's Everton 1, Fulham 1. 37 minutes gone there, and the goal was assisted by Garner. And let's see what happened. Here we go. Dwight McNeil, Everton, left-footed shot from outside the box to the bottom right corner. assisted by James Garner. So Everton are drawing 1-1 with Fulham at home. It's paid to my Super 6 because I had Everton to win that 1-0. Still, there you go. It's still the rest of the scores. It's Chelsea 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Everton 1, Fulham 1, Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 0, Wolves 1, Brentford 0, and Tottenham 1, AFC Bournemouth 0. And let's get back into the chat. So Henry Ray Baker channel says, that's my £200,000 in the bank today. Laugh out loud. Yes, fair play to you, mate. And I hope that you enjoy your winnings, buddy. And Del Boy Gunner TV says, I'm watching the Chelsea game. My guy, Evan Ferguson, is a savage of a player, bullying Chelsea. Well, let's hope he fucking scores a goal then. Go on, my son. Get in there. Do some fucking damage. And we'll have him at Ibrox. We'll have him at Arsenal next season, that's for sure. I'd love to Arsenal to sign him. Henry Ray, I just subscribed to your channel, mate. Fair play, Del Boy. Please make sure, everyone, you subscribe to Del Boy Gunner TV and also to Henry Baker channel and also to the Upper Tier and also to Joanne Smith. All of those people have all got channels. Please go and support them and give them a sub and put likes on their videos and all that carry on, please. And Henry Ray Baker channel says, TYVM Del Boy. Oh, thank you very much, Del Boy. Much appreciated. And Arsenal Forever Afternoon One. Have you had a flutter on the Grand National? Who's your money on to win it? Right, okay. Now, I knew this was coming. So let me see if I've still got it on. Yeah, I've gone for Galliard du Messinil at 9-1. So it's a free £1 bet on livescore.com. So if that wins, I'm going to get £9 back. So nothing major. It's not going to change your life, but I will enjoy it. Galliard du Messil for the National says up a tier. That's my bet, my friend. That's my bet. I got him at 9-1 with livescore.com. Yeah, I got him at 9-1. No, that's my bet. Giant says, did you see the series on ITV about Hillsborough? Very moving. We'll never get those poor people. No, and neither should we. Neither should we. And the government, they need to do something. They need to come out and apologise. All those people involved at the time should be in a prison cell. I don't care who they are. And Thatcher, her bloody body should be dug up and put in a prison cemetery, because not only is she responsible for the death of those people, she's also responsible for fucking war crimes, in my opinion. Del Boy Gunner TV, no, my boy Zach has him. Yeah, then I put my £1 bet on him. That's the one I bet on. Del Boy Gunner says hi Joe, and the Upper Tier says have champion this one each way. You go, this is like a betting channel. Remember, people. Also, please, this is really important, and I'm not joking. Please, if you're going to gamble, please make sure you do it responsibly and only bet what you can afford to lose. All right? I don't want to hear any stories about people like ending up in financial trouble because of betting and whatnot. It's not worth it. Henry Baker says, I've subscribed to you also, Del Boy. Fair play. You won't regret it, Henry. You really won't. And Game Killer says 1-1 Brighton. Let's see if it's young Evan that's done the business. So it's Chelsea 1, Brighton 1. And it's Danny Welbeck has got the goal, and it was assisted by Gross in the 42nd minute. And Danny Welbeck, Brighton and Hove Albion, header from the centre of the box to the top left corner, assisted by Pascal Gross with a cross. So here we go. So it's Chelsea 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Come on, the Seagulls. So it's Chelsea 1, Brighton 1, Everton 1, Fulham 1, Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 0, Wolves 1, Brentford 0, and Tottenham 1, Bournemouth 0. So let's get back into the chat. And Game Killer Welbeck. Yeah, exactly, mate. 100%. Danny Welbeck on the mark again. And thanks, Henry Ray. Says Delboy. You YKW Delboy. Absolutely fantastic. That's what I want to see. Everyone subscribing to each other's channels. Henry Ray Baker's channel's going up. The Gooners. Yeah, come on, you Gunners. Although we're not playing till tomorrow. That champ is pure dog food. All right, no. Jesus. And Henry Ray Baker channel gone for a 2-0 win for Gunners tomorrow, Delboy. Yeah, that's what I think as well. I think a comfortable 2-0 win for Arsenal. I don't think they're going to really trouble Arsenal at all, to be quite frank. Can't wait for Real Madrid to murder Chelsea on Tuesday. I think that's going to happen as well. I think they're going to win by 2 or 3 on Tuesday at the Bridge. I do. Frank Lampard going on about how special things can happen at the Bridge. It certainly can, but it won't be Chelsea doing the magic. That's for sure. Not on Tuesday. It'll be Don Carlo doing special stuff, mate. That's for sure. Right, so let's see what's going on. Let's gonna see what is going on in some of the other games. Okay, so here we go. It's Livingston 2, St Johnstone 0. Livingston 2, St Johnstone 0. Goals in that came from Nubley in the 23rd minute and Kelly in the 38th minute. And 23rd minute, Nubley got his goal, and that was assisted by Anderson. So it's Livingston 2, St Johnstone 0. And it's Motherwell 1, Dundee United 0. Van Veen scored in the 22nd minute for Motherwell. And whoops. And it's currently Rangers 1, St Mirren 0. Campbell scored in the 26th minute for Rangers. And there's been another goal at Ibrox just as we joined. And look at that. Look at that. It's Rangers 1, St Mirren 1. A horror scored in the 45th minute and the second minute of added on time at the end of the first half. It's Rangers 1, St Mirren 1. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And the wheels are properly coming off now. And I bet Mickey Bill isn't sitting there talking now, that's for sure. Rangers 1, St Mirren 1. And oh my days, lovely jubbly. Oh, my cup runneth over. It really does. So let's go through the scores in the Championship as well. Hold on a sec. Let me do this properly. I want to make sure that I'm doing this properly. So in the Championship, it's currently Blackpool 1, Wigan Athletic 0, Millwall 1, Preston North End 0, Queen's Park Rangers 0, Coventry City 1, Reading 0, Burnley 0, Rotherham United 0, Luton Town 1, Stoke City 1, West Bromwich Albion 0, Sunderland 1, Birmingham City 1, Swansea City 0, Huddersfield Town 0, Watford 1, Bristol City 0. Later today, there's a big game also in the Championship. Blackburn Rovers play at home against Hull City. Blackburn pushing for promotion to the Premier League as well. But I think might be a bit tricky for them. They're pushing, I think, really to get themselves in the playoffs. I think getting automatic promotion is going to be a bit out of their reach, to be quite honest. But still, you never know. It could happen. It could happen. So let's see. Let's go into League One, see what's going on there. It's Accrington Stanley 0, Fleetwood Town 2, Bristol Rovers 0, Derby County 1, Burton Albion 3, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Geez, Sheffield Wednesday are getting properly slapped there. That could have big implications at the top of the table there. Forest Green Rovers 0, Barnsley 3, Ipswich Town 2, Charlton Athletic 0, Lincoln City 2, Port Vale 2, Milton Keynes Dons 1, Cheltenham Town 1, Morecambe 0, Wickham 0, Oxford United 0, Bolton Wanderers 1, and Shrewsbury Town 0, Portsmouth 0. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the League One table, because that Sheffield Wednesday at the moment, if it stays like this, will fall out of the automatic promotion spots into third place. Ipswich will be in second, 1 point ahead of Sheffield Wednesday in the automatic promotion place. And Sheffield Wednesday, if it stays like this, will be in the playoff zones with Barnsley, Bolton and Derby County. So there we go. Plymouth would then be 1 point ahead of Ipswich, so in the race for the title. That score at Burton could have massive implications at the top of the table in League One. So in a sec, we're going to go and have a look at League Two, see what the halftime scores are in League Two. And then we'll have a look, see what happened in the League of Ireland last night. given our friend Delboy's in the chat. And look at that. Accrington Stanley have had a man sent off. Coyle in the 4th minute of adding on time at the end of the first half. So, Mr. Coyle, this is for you, sir.
That's it. You're off.
Yeah, you're off, son. Coyle has had an early bath. So, Accrington Stanley 0, Fleetwood Town 2. So, let's see. Let's see what else is happening. Championship, League One, League Two. Women's FA Cup. Man United are playing Brighton and Hove Albion. Women later this evening in the FA Cup semi-final. In League Two, the half-time scores are Carlisle United 0, Northampton Town 0. Crawley Town 2, Tranmere Rovers 1. Crewe Alexandra 2, Walsall 0. Gillingham 0, Stockport County 0. Grimsby Town 0, Mansfield Town 1. Harrogate Town 0, Doncaster Rovers 1. Newport County 2, Hartlepool United 0. Rochdale 0, Bradford City 1. Salford City 0, Colchester United 1. Stevenage 1, AFC Wimbledon 1. And Sutton United 0, Leyton Orient 2. And Swindon Town 0, Barrow 0. Right, okay, let's, as I promised, let's see if we can find out the scores for the League of Ireland. Because I think there were games last night. Maybe there wasn't. Yeah, there were, and here they are. The results from the League of Ireland from last night. It was Bohemians 2, St Patrick's Athletic 3, Shamrock Rovers 2, Shelbourne 2, and UCD 1, Cork City 0. So the men from Cork are not doing very well, bless them. Let's see if we can see the table. From the Irish Premier Division. Scores and results tables. Irish. See. There we go. So Bohemians are top. Played 10 games, 21 points. St Patrick's Athletic, second, 4 points behind. Shamrock Rovers are in third with 15 points. And Derry are in fourth, having played a game less and with 15 points. Should they win that game that they have in hand, they will move up to second by the looks of it. Yeah, but Shelbourne, they're sat in fifth after that draw last night. Look at that. They've only scored 7 goals in 10 games. That's shocking. That really is. But I'll leave any analysis of that to my mate, the one and only Delboy Gunner. That's his book. So there we go. And it's been a goal at Wild Lane. Come on, you cherries! It's come a Wild Lane and it's gone to the cherries. And the cockerels aren't crowing anymore, that's for sure. It's Tottenham Hotspur 1, AFC Bournemouth 1. Vigna scores in the 38th minute for Bournemouth, and that goal was assisted by Solanke. So it's Tottenham 1, Bournemouth 1. Matthias Vigna, Bournemouth. left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, assisted by Dominic Solanke with a through ball. There you go. And Tottenham 1, Bournemouth 1. So let's see. What does that mean? Newcastle currently sat 3rd. Manchester United sat 4th. Tottenham are in 5th and Villa are in 6th. And look at that. Villa are only 4 points behind Tottenham in 5th. I'm telling you, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Villa was to catch them. It wouldn't. And Brighton have got 2 games in hand and they're 9 points behind the team in 4th. It's getting really exciting and tight at the top of the table there, people. Anyway, this story about me and the bookies. All right. One day, me and my mate, we thought there was a dog race going in the middle of the day, and the bookies was completely empty. And this was our big mistake when we did this, right? So what we thought we'd do, we got picked out the winner from a dog race that had run earlier in the day. And then we were going to do something called a double stakes about. And basically what double stakes about is you pick out 2 races, and if the first race wins, all the winnings from the first race will then go on to the odds for the second race. And if the second dog that you pick out, it wins, then all the winnings you got from the first race will go on to the second dog, and that will be your bet for the second race. And then if it wins, you then get all the winnings from the 2 races combined. So that's what we thought we'd do. But what we thought we would do, we'd pick out the first winner and the first race that had already run and won, and then we pick a race that we thought would win the second one, and we thought the bookie wouldn't notice, and then we have a much better chance of winning. So me and my mate, we went in the bookies and we tried to put this bet on. I went up to the counter and put the bet on, and I had, was it a fiver? I thought I was going to do like £5 double stakes about on this bet for one dog that had already run and won at like 10 to 1 or something like that, and then that would go on to this favourite for the second race. And the guy, he took the bet, he was just about to process it, and he looked at it and goes, hold on a minute. He said, that first race, it's already run. And he said, it's fucking come in at 10 to 1. He said, what are you two trying to fucking pull here? Get out of our bookies and don't you ever fucking come back. And he fucking chased us out the bookies. The thing is, I reckon, if the bookies had been packed, we would have got away with it. But it wasn't. It was empty. So there you go. That's what happened. Absolute madness. We nearly got away with it as well. That's the funny thing. Anyway, so let's get back into the chat. Henry Ray Baker channel says, that's not going to be a pretty sight, Game Killer. Yeah, and he's talking about Real Madrid murdering Chelsea on Tuesday. And I think he's right. I think they will. Delboy Gunner TV says, yes, Henry, I agree. I hope we batter them and show everyone we're still in this title race, because later when City batter Leicester, it will be a City love fest. Yeah, it will be. And I think they will. I think they're going to absolutely destroy Leicester. If it's less than 5, I will be surprised. I really will. Especially the way they're playing at the moment. Sorry, guys, I just needed a little drink there. Henry Ray Baker channel says, yep. No, I agree as well. It will be. Vardy, Maddison, Dewsbury Hall carrying Foxes to the Championship, says Henry. And he's right, they are. Game Killer said Todd Bowley will be smoking more weed and coming out with more garbage predictions. Mate, that fella is off his head. He's off his head. And someone needs to tell him to stop talking. I don't know what it is about people involved with football clubs in the Western London. They just can't stop fucking talking. You got Mickey Bill. He was involved with QPR. He's now at Rangers. He can't fucking stop talking shite. And then you got this Todd Bowley. He's fucking talking shite as well. I don't know what it is. Game Killer says, yeah, we've had that. I've done that one. And the upper tier says, Danny Bloodclot Welbeck. Exactly. He's doing the business at the moment. Didn't he score last week as well? Brighton all over Chelsea. And is Evan Ferguson playing, Del Boy? I think I remember saying that he was playing. I'd love to see him score. I really would. I'd make my day. Game Killer says United, Welbeck reject. Yeah, he is. And Henry Ray Baker says, need Bournemouth to score with Solanke billing. I want to see Evan Ferguson scoring for Brighton and scoring the winner, make it 2-1 because I've got 2-1 to Brighton in my Super 6. Come on, you Seagulls. And I wonder if Lampard loses his game today and then he gets turned over badly at home by Real Madrid, whether Chelsea are sacking him after 3 games. How can it be the shortest appointment in the history of football? 3 fucking games. Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. No, club operates. And Henry says Coventry deserve to be in playoffs after all they've been through. I don't know the story about Coventry, but yeah, I do know a little bit. I know that they had to leave Highfield Road and all the rest of it, so fair play to them. Game Killer says 1-1 Bournemouth. Yeah, it is. Atkinson Stanley. Who the hell are they? Exactly. Their milk advert from the 70s. 100% no. Because the thing is, if you don't drink your milk, you'll only be good enough to play for Atkinson Stanley. And then they started, 2 kids started fighting over the bottle of milk. Galway United 6, Bray Wanderers 0. Is that it? Where are you getting that information from? Henry Ray Baker channel says almost full house for today's games on Super 6. Mate, it sounds like you're on course to get that 250 grand, mate. Bayern drawing against Hove 1-1. The upper tier says going to the Dogs tonight. Trap 6 all night. Mate, make sure you do a double stakes about. Do a bet, right? Try it out and see what happens, right? Do the Trap 6 all night. That's fine. But like about 4 races in, right? Go and see if you can get away with this one. Go to the tote, right? And like try to put a bet on saying double stakes about a dog that ran in race 3, right? That won, or any race that happened before that's finished that had a really good win. Say it was 10-1 or something. But then do double stakes about on the race that it's about to run. See if they fucking notice, especially if you think that the second dog that you put in the double is going to come in, and see if they notice and if you get away with it. Say the first one is like 15-1. That 15-1, say you put a fiver on, that 5 times 15, what's that? 15 times 5, that'd be 75 quid. That will go on to the second dog. Say it's like, I don't know, 4-1. That's 75 quid, it's 150, that'd be 300 quid. You can fucking rake in absolute quality. Just see what happens for the crack. The only problem is if they notice it, they might fucking ban you and throw you out. But yeah, that would be brilliant. I remember my mum told me once, she was living in Plymouth at the time, and they used to have there was a part of Plymouth called Penny Come Quick, right? And they used to have a dog track out there in a place called Penny Come Quick. I think that's absolutely brilliant. And Henry says, have fun and win something. Yes, exactly, Noel. Go and enjoy yourself, fella. Henry says, you don't want to be a dog's dinner when you get home. No, laugh out loud. Exactly, yeah, you need to bring home the bacon tonight, mate. That's for sure. So, let's see what is going on. Let's see. So the second half has just started in all of the games except for the Spurs game because it had a delayed kickoff. It's half time there. But it's currently Chelsea 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Everton 1, Fulham 1, Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 0, Wolves 1, Brentford 0, and Tottenham 1, Bournemouth 1. And let's see what is going on in the Championship. So, whoops. See what's going on in the Championship. Oh, okay. I've taken it off. So let's do this. Right. So in the Championship, it's Blackpool 1, Wigan Athletic 0. Millwall 1, Preston North End 0. Queen's Park Rangers 0, Coventry City 1. Reading 0, Burnley 0. Rotherham United 0, Luton Town 2. Stoke City 1, West Bromwich Albion 0. Sunderland 1, Birmingham City 1. Swansea City 0, Huddersfield Town 0. Watford 1, Bristol City 0. In League One, it's currently Accrington Stanley 0, Fleetwood Town 2. Bristol Rovers 0, Derby County 1. Burton Albion 3, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Forest Green Rovers 0, Barnsley 4. So Barnsley are running amok there. And fair play to Barnsley for giving them a good slap. Not my favourite club in the world, Forest Green Rovers, and it's got nothing to do with them being a green club because the last time I was there, they weren't a green club, that's for sure. The reason I disliked them was because of a game that they played against Tunbridge Angels, and I was there, and they gave their two centre-backs who are absolute massive units, gave the Tunbridge player when he was laying on the ground, they were giving him a kicking. And the referee just stood there and allowed him to get away with it. Ipswich Town 2, Charlton Athletic 0. Lincoln City 2, Port Vale 2. Milton Keynes Dons 1, Cheltenham 1. Morecambe 0, Wycombe Wanderers 0. Oxford United 0, Bolton Wanderers 1, and Shrewsbury Town 0, Portsmouth 0. And League 2, Carlisle United 0, Northampton Town 0, Crawley Town 2, Tranmere Rovers 1, Crewe Alexandra 2, Walsall 0, Gillingham 0, Stockport County 0, Grimsby Town 1, Mansfield Town 1, Harrogate Town 1, Doncaster Rovers 2, Newport County 2, Hartlepool United 0, Rochdale 0, Bradford City 1, Salford City 0, Colchester United 1, Stevenage 1, AFC Wimbledon 1, Sutton United 0, Leyton Orient 2, and Swindon Town 0, Barrow 0. So let's go to Sutton and see what's happened there. The second goal for Orient was scored by James in the 26th minute, and that was assisted by Smith. And that goal went in. Bum-ba-di-bum-ba-di-bum. Bum-ba-di-bum-ba-di-bum. Ba-dum-ba-di-bum-bum-bum. Yeah, so that goal went in. It was a left-footed shot from outside of the box by Tom James from Leyton Orient, from outside the box to the top left corner, and it was assisted by Paul Smith. But also in this, hold on before we do anything else. And also in this game, Lee Anghoy of Sutton United is shown a yellow card for a bad foul. So Lee Angol, this is for you, my friend.
Your book, son.
So there we go. Where were we? So Burton Albion, let's have a look and see what's going on there. Burton Albion 3, Sheffield Wednesday 1. The goals there, 1 goal for Brayford for Burton. Burton Albion goals came from Brayford in the 21st minute, and 2 for Heim in the 34th and 37th minute, and those goals were assisted. The goal in the 21st minute for Brayford was assisted by Carriol, and Helm's goal in the 34th minute was assisted by Hughes, and Sheffield Wednesday's goal in the 28th minute was assisted by Bannon. So there we are. Let's see what else has been going on. Also in this game, Sam Hughes of Burton Albion has been shown a yellow card for a bad foul. So this is for you, Sam.
Your book, son.
So So it's Livingston in the Scottish Premiership. It's Livingston 2, St Johnstone 0, Motherwell 1, Dundee United 0, and Rangers 2, St Mirren 1. So the Motherwell Dundee United game, still the only goal of the game so far has come from Van Veen in the 22nd minute. Let's go back to the other scores. Livingston are still 2-0 up at St Johnstone, but Rangers have now taken the lead. 58 minutes gone now. It's Rangers 2, St Mirren 1, and Sakala scored in the 48th minute, and that goal was assisted by Barisic, and Tavernier has missed a penalty. Oh, what a surprise. Rangers get yet another penalty. Jesus Christ, their club is unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's just ridiculous on this juncture. The amount of penalties that club gets is off the fucking scale. Like nearly every game they get a fucking penalty. It's shocking. And Everton now. Everton are trailing 2-1 at home to Fulham. It's Everton 1, Fulham 2. The goal was scored by Wilson in the 51st minute, and that goal was assisted by Willian. So it's Everton 1, Fulham 2. Let's have a look at how that one went in. So Harry Wilson, Fulham, left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the top left corner, assisted by Willian. So Fulham are leading by 2-1 at Everton. Let's have a look at the Premier League table and see if that's had any impact. Fulham are sitting in 10th. They've 30 games and 42 points. And Everton, they're they're hovering just above the relegation. So Forest are level on points with them. But luckily for Everton, Forest have got far inferior goal difference. But Forest do have a game in hand. But games in hand, it's not much use when you're down the bottom of the table. It's points in the bag is way more important. So there we go. So the big question is for everyone in the chat, who do you think is going to go down this season? What do you reckon? Let's have a look at the table. Let's get that table back up. There we go. I think Southampton are going. I think Leicester are going to go. I don't know. I've got a feeling that Everton might as well. I do. I think they may go. And then next season, if they get hit with a points deduction because of their financial issues, I think they could end up in League One, right? Season after next, if they're not careful. That would just be unbelievable, wouldn't it? So let's get into the chat again. Henry saying Fulham 2-1. Yeah, exactly. Sick of the hair winning all the time. Exactly, mate. Don't put your money on the fucking hair. That's for sure. And at Wimbledon dog track, right? They've got like this little, it's like a glass or perspex like wall between like where the dogs like get prepared to go out before they go to out onto the racetrack, and between that and where all the punters sit and like look at the screens and whatnot. Right, a mate of mine, his wife used to sit there looking at the dogs, right, while they were getting ready. And she said, what are you looking at the dogs for? She goes, I want to see which one goes to the toilet before it goes out on the track, because it would lost some weight and it'll mean it'll be able to run quicker. She used to do it. And I'm telling you, now and again, like more times than not, she would win. It was outrageous. She reckoned that if you saw a dog having a dump before it went out onto the track, it would win. That was her theory. Henry Ray saying Palace 1-0. Let's get back to Palace then and see what's going on there. So it's Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 1. Eze has scored in the 54th minute. 67 minutes gone there. And let's see how that goal went in. So Eze has given Palace a lead. And it's 2-0 now. So the first goal was Eberichi Eze, Crystal Palace. Left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom left corner. And we need to do this. And then the second goal, Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 2. When there was a right-footed shot from outside of the box to the bottom left corner, and that was assisted by Chik Dokore. And Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 2. And so we have to do this. So it's now Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 2. Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 2. Eze has scored 2 now in the space of 14 minutes. The second goal was assisted by Takuri, and Uncle Roy is doing a great job there at Palace. He's certainly turning the ship around. So it's Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 2. The rest of the scores in the Premier League is currently Chelsea 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. 64 minutes gone there. It's Everton 1, Fulham 2. 62 minutes gone there. Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 1. 67 minutes gone there. Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Brentford 0. And it's Tottenham 1, Bournemouth 1. And they're in the 51st minute there. And there's been another goal at White Hart Lane. And look at this, people. Oh, my days. It's Tottenham Hotspur 1, Bournemouth 2. Come on, and it's gone. What's going on? What is going on? What is going on? Has it been ruled out? Has it been ruled out? That's what I need to know. No, according to my sources, Dominic Solanke has put Bournemouth 2-1 up at Tottenham in the 51st minute. So it's currently Tottenham Hotspur 1, Bournemouth 2, despite what he says there. So there we are. Oh, my life. Oh my goodness gracious me. And it's back again. The BBC. The madness that is the BBC. They don't know what fucking day of the week it is. They are an absolute fucking shambles from top to bottom. Absolute nightmare. Jesus Christ. First it's 2-1, then it's not, then it is. Fucking hell, make your fucking mind up. Absolute fucking carnage. Honestly, Jesus, dear God. And there's been another goal at Goodison Park, people. Another goal at Goodison Park. And those toffees are getting well and well truly dealt with this afternoon. And it's Everton 1, Fulham 3 now. And the third goal has been scored by James in the 68th minute. And let's see what happened there. It's Everton 1, Fulham 3. Dan James, Fulham left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom left corner. And it is Everton 1, Fulham 3. My God almighty, what an afternoon of absolute mayhem and madness. And look, there's a goal at Stamford Bridge now. It's all kicking. Flying in all over the shop, and it's goals central. Warren's team talk channel this afternoon. It's Chelsea 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2, and it's disappeared. They're at it again. They don't know what day of the week it is, let alone what the scores are. Jesus Christ. Chelsea 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Julio Cesar, Enciso has scored in the 70th minute. It was assisted by Solly Marsh, and that's given Brighton a 2-1 lead at Chelsea. Just 17 minutes left to play, and Chelsea are looking down a barrel of yet another defeat. And it's Frank Lampard on course to become the shortest management appointment in the history of football. If he loses against Real Madrid next on Tuesday, and he loses this one today, I think he's done. I do. I think he's going to be shown the door. Temporary appointment or not, I think he'll be gone. I do. Oh, my days. Chelsea 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. My God. Let's see what's going on there. How that second one went in for Brighton. Oh, my God. And Chelsea 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Julio Enciso, Brighton. Right-footed shot from outside of the box to the top left corner, assisted by Solly Marsh. Wow. There you go. And let's see. See how that young fella's doing, Ferguson. He's got an average rating of 7.37 from the British public, so he's doing okay. So fair play to the young fella. Just for the crack, let's see if we can see what sport other than horse racing. There we go. A-tree. And Right, let's have a look at this. Latest racing results, and the 13:45. John Bond, the 2-11 favourite, won. The 14:25 rate 22 runners. West Balboa won that 92 favourite. 3 o'clock. Irish Point won at 5-1. 15th, the 3:35. Sire du Balais won at 8-1 winner there. 4:15. William Hill Handicap Chase. Midnight River won at 15-2. So that's the winners so far today there. Just thought it'd be interesting for those of you that like your horse racing, because I know there's a few of you in the chat who like it. Look at this. It's another goal at Molineux now. The goal. Goals are flying in all over the shop in the Premier League. It is now Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Brentford 0, and Hwang Hee-chan in the 69th minute gives Wolves a 2-0 lead over Brentford. And looks like Brentford, the Wolves have probably come off their wagon, hasn't it? 78 minutes gone now. It's Wolves 2, Brentford 0. Goal. Hwang Hee-chan, Wolverhampton Wanderers, right-footed shot from the right side of the 6-yard box to the centre of the goal. Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Brentford 0. There we go, people. There we go. So, let's see what's going on. So, then a lot of goals gone in the last few minutes. Let's just kick a quick roundup. So far this afternoon, 76 minutes gone at Stamford Bridge. It's Chelsea 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. It's 75 minutes gone at Goodison Park. It's Everton 1, Fulham 3. 75 minutes gone at Goodison Park. It's Everton 1, Fulham 3. 77 minutes gone at the St Mirren Stadium at Southampton. It's Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 2. 77 minutes gone at Molineux. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Brentford 0. And 59 minutes gone at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And it's Tottenham Hotspur 1, AFC Bournemouth 2. And later tonight, don't forget, 5:30, Manchester City face off against Leicester in the Fox Hunting Challenge up in Manchester. So there we have it. And I just thought I'd put the goal scorers on for you. Earlier today, Aston Villa beat Newcastle by 3-0. Big shock there, I believe. Maybe it isn't. Jacob Ramsey scored in the 11th minute, and then Ollie Watkins got one in the 64th minute and the 83rd minute to give Aston Villa a 3-0 win over Newcastle United, who, let's be fair, they've been flying of late. Anyway, let's get into the chat, because there's loads and loads of chats waiting for me to deal with. Henry says maybe the Hare can lead Neverton home to the docks, and laugh out loud. Exactly, mate. And easy Tiger says the upper tier. Exactly, mate. The upper tier says Saints are dusted. Carl Walker Peters and James Ward-Prowse on a free. Yup. Exactly. I'm sure that's got something to do with the name Carl there. I'm sure he's had a few words to say in the dressing room. Henry says, get in, Hornets stinging them Bristols. Exactly, mate. They are 100%. Get in for them, you beauty. In my Andy Gray voice. Yes, absolutely, mate. And Henry Ray Baker, IO. Henry says Stuttgart level with Dortmund 2-2. Yeah, I've been to see Stuttgart play years ago. Well, back when I was a young lad, young slip of a lad, I was. Where are we? Where's? Yeah, against, and funnily enough, it was at Dortmund, and funnily enough, it was against Stuttgart, and funnily enough, it was a 2-2 draw as well, I believe. Oh, Harry Wilson down in the toffees. Yeah, and I'm sure that Sean Dyche will be doing his nut come the end of the game in the dressing room. The upper tier saying, come on, Kinondra, let's go. Exactly. Henry Ray says, at least Mainz is drawing with Cologne in Bundesliga. I say I'm calling if FSG doesn't give Klopp sufficient funds in summer, he will walk out and go back to Mainz. Mate, it wouldn't surprise me, or if the German national team are performing, that he wouldn't walk into the German national team. The upper tier says Brighton are battering Chelsea, just can't score. I wouldn't back against them getting a third one, and I'm telling you, it wouldn't surprise me if young FM Ferguson don't get the third. Henry Ray says, come on, Seagulls, stop flapping and offload off out loud. Yeah, exactly. The offloading certain packages all over West London at this rate. The upper tiers, there's the each way was landed and Keondra gets in. He knows having a good afternoon, that's for sure. And Henry Ray Baker channel WTG. Exactly. Come on now. 2-0 Palace. Easy again, says Henry Ray. Yep. Palace are doing well under Uncle Roy. The upper tier says the Amers are good for the national. We're on a tear right now. Long as that horse of mine comes in, mate, I'll be happy. I've got a bet on the two bets that I've got outstanding at the moment. I've got a bet on that horse that I told you all about, the 9-1 shot. What's it called? What's that bleeding thing called? It's a French name, if I remember rightly. I don't know what's happened to it. I thought it was in here. Oh no, I'm looking in the wrong place. Galliard do Messinil 9-1. That's it. Henry says the omens are right. Okay. 2-1 Bournemouth, Solanke. I called it, laugh out loud to Henry. How you doing with your Super 6, Henry? Henry, listen, man. I've got a Super 6 league. You can join if you want to. On Super 6. It's called Warren's Team Talk. I'm going to put in the description of the video when this show's finished. I'm going to put, if it's not already there, I'm going to put the code that you're going to need. If you want to join it, you're more than welcome to, my friend. 2-1 Bournemouth. Says Game Killer. Yep, I knew about that. 2-0 Wolves. Yep. Goals are flying in all over the shop. Henry Baker saying Wolves 2-0. Wang says Henry. Yeah, Wang's doing the business. There is hope for LFC to get fourth. Still laugh at that. You can just imagine, can't you, if they get fourth. If Liverpool get fourth, it would be unbelievable. Getting you cherry. Go on, getting you cherry Bakewell, says no. Exactly. Nothing like a nice little cherry Bakewell. In fact, I might have to put some on the shopping the next time. On my shopping for tonight, actually. It's coming tomorrow. So I've still got time to put them on. Nice bit of cherry Bakewell. Lovely. And some nice cup of coffee and a bit of cherry Bakewell. Lovely jubbly. James Steele says, hi, Ron, and everyone in the chat. Hi, Jamesy. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for coming in. I hope you're enjoying the show, buddy. You've been talking about football. We've been talking about horse racing, all sorts of things. Henry Ray Baker channel says 3-1 Fulham. Yeah, they are running amok, mate. And Henry Ray says, hi, James. Yeah, please, everyone, make sure you go and subscribe to Henry's channel. Right? He's a top lad, got brilliant content. Henry, please feel free to put the link to your channel in my chat so that people can just click on it and go and get access to your channel, mate. And that goes for anyone else in here who's got a channel. If you put the link into your chat, I honestly don't mind. I'm not one of these pricks who goes on about no self-promotion, all right? If you want to promote your channel, you go ahead. Don't bother me in the slightest. So, yeah, anyone who's got a channel, please put the link to your channel in the chat. And also, while we're talking about channels, please, everyone, go and subscribe to Del Boy Gunner's son's chat, Zach Football TV. Lovely little young fella. He's got a brilliant video about an unblocking of a drain on there. It's quality, absolute quality. And about when he got the prime drink as well, and about trading cards and football trading cards. Brilliant stuff. And young fella's really, really talented. It's great stuff. And also go and subscribe to Del Boy and to the Upper Tier and all these other channels that are in here. Henry Ray Baker says 2-1 Seagulls. Yeah. And it sounds like they might be getting another one soon, the way they're going. Henry says Jules Breach is happy on her perch, hosting BT Sports Score. Laugh out loud. Jack, who is that? Who is that you're talking about, mate? Is that the one that's got? Is that the woman who's got like suntan and whatnot? Is that the one you're on about? Game Killer, 2-1 Brighton, top corner. What a strike. There you go. He said, Brighton, I'm telling you, they're quality, mate. Game Killer says, Brighton will knock United out of FA Cup next Sunday. Bank on it. Yeah, I wouldn't mind betting on that either. I reckon that the United will come a cropper next weekend. I agree, Game Killer, says Henry. Me too, buddy. James Steele, Spurs and Chelsea imploding. Yes, fucking hilarious, isn't it, mate? I think it's brilliant. I love it. Couldn't happen to two nicer clubs. Let's put it that way. Laugh out loud, James, says Henry. 100%. Glenn Hoddle imploding too, by the looks of it. Laugh out loud. Is he going nuts, Henry? James still laughing. And James still said Hoddle will need to sack his psychic. Exactly. There won't be no psychic healing going on after this, will there? Right, let's go and have a quick look at the scores. So it's Chelsea 1, Brighton 2, Everton 1, Fulham 3, Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 2, Wolves 2, Brentford 0, Tottenham 1, Bournemouth 2. And the question is, would Hoddle do better than Conte? Probably not. I don't think it was anything to do with Conte. If you want to look, see where the problem is there, the players and the ownership. That's what the problem is at Tottenham. Look at all that time, 20 odd years, and they've only won one trophy. And the fact that the owner is just an absolute... You can't have two of the best managers in the history of the game there and not win anything. It just doesn't add up. You have to start looking at the ownership. And then when that happens, because those two managers are absolutely elite. I would have loved to have had either of them at Arsenal. James Steele says, now that's a comparison between who's the worst manager. Henry says, laugh out loud, so not today, James. And Upper says, Agent Lab's doing a great job. Yeah, he is. He is. All his mates at West Ham will be delighted with him, I'm sure. Henry says, who do you support, James, still? Totally no. He has night goggles on. Laugh out loud. Arsenal, but not fan of Edu, Vinay or Arteta. Yeah, James has got similar opinions to me about Arsenal. Henry Baker says, oh, okay. James says, can Spurs and Chelsea scrounge a last-minute point? Ooh, the tension. Yeah, it is the tension. You can cut it with a knife, mate. And Henry says, TY for stream this Arvo, Warren. Mate, it's an absolute pleasure. And thank you for coming on. I absolutely love doing this show, and you're always welcome on it. And also, please, guys, those of you who got channels, please put your links in. Put the links into the chat so that the people watching, if they want to subscribe to your channels, they can do it easily. G-string ever tightly changed, says Henry. Oh dear, oh Lord. Morelos saves Jers, says Henry. Oh, please don't Yeah, sorry guys, my PC or my internet is playing up. I suddenly just got booted out of the stream out my own stream for no apparent reason. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, look, Rangers 5, St Mirren 2. Morella scored 2 in the 80th and 81st minute, and Arfield in the 86th minute. After St Mirren, yeah, it looks like they equalised in the 65th minute. That club, honestly, I can't stand them. Anyway, so the games that Southampton and Crystal Palace have ended. It ended Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 2, Wolves 2, Brentford 0. It's currently Chelsea 1, Brighton 2. We're in the 5th minute of added on time there. And Everton 1, Fulham 3. 3 in the 3rd minute of added on time there. And the game at Tottenham is in the 80th minute. So let's get back into it and see where we are. So Joanne says, I'm nearly straight. Just got to get my friend to zip the curtains on there. Difficult to do. Right, okay. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Joanne, but fair play to you for getting it sorted out, whatever it is that you're doing. Henry says Sevillian to oust Manure Thursday, otherwise stink up OT, laugh out loud. Yep. The other tier says the big one comes next on Galliard de Messil. Exactly. Come on, that boy. Or that horse. Henry says Morellis at the double for Jersey. Yeah. Arsenal forever. Warren, I've put $1,000 on Jesus. I put $1,000 on Galliard de Messil to win only because you have back it. Half out loud. Mate, don't be backing it because I have. I just picked it at random because it was one of the 2 favourites. Jesus Christ. If your missus finds out you put $1,000 on a horse because I backed it, she'll be coming down here trying to kill me. Henry Baker, laugh out loud. Yes, exactly. I'm worried. I'm going to get reinforced glass windows. Do Brighton bulletproof glass windows? Hey, do Brighton have a strong squad to be in Europe? Probably not, mate. Probably not. That was what West Ham's problem was. Henry says Coventry making a run for Prem 3-0 today. I think it's a bit too much to ask for them to get promoted, unfortunately. Joanne said, I've had a few spooky things happen this week. Oh, no. Please, Joanne, no. No. You're going to freak me out. Well done, Dunfermline, into the SPL Championship. Come on, the Pars. James Steele says Plymouth are looking good from automatic promotion. First time to Championship. Green Army. Exactly. Go on, the Green Army. And Del Boy Gunner says, please subscribe to Warren's channel if you're new and hit the like button. Thank you, Del Boy. Yeah, please, everyone, please make sure you put a like on the video for me. Let's see how many likes there is. I'm just going to check because I can't see it from this screen. There's 11 likes on it so far. So please, guys, make sure you hit that like button for me. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I think most of you have subscribed already. But those of you who are watching this and you haven't, please make sure you do. And those of you that are in the chat and have got channels, please put your links into the chat so that people can subscribe to your channels easily. That'd be great. James Steele says, Joanne, what spooky things? Great rocking chair. Don't. Please do not. No, it's freaking me out. That rocking chair, man. And that doll. No. It's just not right. It isn't. It's wrong. There's nothing right about fucking dolls talking like on their own and chairs rocking by themselves. No. Henry says, oh, Warren, we need the crystal ball to find Warren. No. And James Hill says, are you there, Sydney? Oh, my God, no. So, yeah, it was. And that's okay. We're on technical issues like that. Now, mate, this fucking bloody Sky internet is dog shit. Henry says, you're not with Virgin, are you, Warren? They are on the pits. No. I've heard about them and they're dog shit too. But this Sky internet, man, the pony. Del Boy says in Qatar they don't like Scooby-Doo, but Abu Dhabi do. Yeah, exactly. It's something like that. Henry says, ooh, laugh out loud. Ooh, no, but not you as well, Doug Horn. What? I don't get that one. Sorry, mate. James, Chelsea lose full time. Laugh out loud. Look, listen, full time scores done. Is it? What's going on here? Right, okay, so we've got some full time scores. Chelsea 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Everton 1, Fulham 3. Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 2. Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Brentford 0. And 84 minutes gone at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and it's Tottenham Hotspur 1, AFC Bournemouth 2. Game Killer says Leicester are 18-1 to win. That's fucking crazy. 18-1. Jesus. What a Man City, that, for God's sake. Henry says, I guess my money doesn't buy you happiness. Bowley missed that memo. Laugh out loud. Exactly. Jess says, I have no points in my Super 6 Pug League, which is not good as I am top of the league. Mate, when you're at the top of the league, you're there to be shot at. That's for sure. And I hope you're good, Jez. I hope you're good, mate. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in, mate. And Carl Walsh Gunner says, big up, Warren, you absolute legend. I'll be on to you later, mate. Yeah, fair play, mate. Do, please. And we'll have a chat. Please, people, make sure you subscribe to this fella's channel as well. Carl Walsh Gunner, absolute legend of a man. The Carl Walsh, the Wexford Volcano is otherwise known as. Henry says, hi, Carl. And Carl says, big up, Jez, another legend. I hope you're well, mate. And yeah, exactly. Jez is an absolute legend, top man, another one with a channel. Please, everyone who's got a channel, I keep saying it, put the links to your channels in the chat so that people can subscribe to your channels really easily. All they need to do is just click on it and then they can subscribe. I honestly don't mind. Please do it. And Tottenham 2, Tottenham 2-2, Richarlison. Right, let's go and have a look at that. Tottenham 2, Bournemouth 2. There we go. On here it's saying Dan Juma. Who the hell Dan Juma is? I've never heard of him. But still, there we go. Let's. So it's Tottenham 2, Bournemouth 2. There's still time for Tottenham to Spurs it up, that's for sure. Tottenham 2, Bournemouth 2. Dan Juma. Let's see what it says. Tottenham 2, Bournemouth 2. Arnage Dan Juma. Left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom left corner. Gives Tottenham an equaliser at home to Bournemouth. That goal was assisted by... No, sorry, it wasn't assisted at all. So there you go. But I don't know who that is. I've never heard of the fella. Let's have a look, see if we can see the lineups. I've never heard of him. Who the hell is this fella? He must be a substitute. Look, Lenglet is in the starting 11. Then he got substituted by Sanchez in the 35th minute. And then Dan Juna come on for the substitute in the 58th minute. Wow. There you are. So let's leave it on that for the time being. And let's get back into the chat. And Jez says, Carl Walsh Gunner, hi, mate. And Del Boy says, hi, Jez. Hi, Carl. Big up, lads. And Carl says, hi, Henry. And Game Killer, big up the volcano. Yeah, exactly. The Wexford volcano is in the house, people. Big up, Del Boy, legend. Henry says, please, no, can't stand him. What a knob Richarlison is. I don't think it was Richarlison. Joanne says, hi, Carl. And Jez says, Del Boy Gunner TV. Hi, Del Boy. Game Killer, Tottenham 2, yeah. And Dan Juma, it's been given to, says Henry. Yeah, I've never heard of this Dan Juma fella. I put here heavy hitters in the house. Exactly. All of them bloody legends, the whole lot of them. Joanne says, Warren, I was coming home last night after, oh my good God, no. After going shopping and my CD came out of the player in the car. Joanne, no. Stop it. No. Carl says, hi, Joe. And big up, Niall. Henry says, hi, Joanne. And Henry, what's the City lineup? Are they playing their under-18s today? Laugh out loud. Actually, that's a good idea. Let's go and have a look. I'm going to see if I can get the Man City lineup up. I'm just going to go to their Twitter page. Right, so I'm in Twitter. Let me just see if I can pull up the Manchester City. Right, okay, so let's get that. Right, now. So what we're going to do, we'll do this, stop screen, and then we'll do share screen, and there we go. Let's do this. So there you go. That's There you go, everyone. That is the Man City lineup. They've gone with Ederson, Walker, Stones, Diaz, Laporta, Rodrigo, De Bruyne, who's captain, Bernardo, Mahrez, Grealish, and Haaland. On the subs bench, they've got Ortega Moreno, Phillips, Ake, Gundogan, Alvarez, Gomez, Akanji, Palmer, and Lewis. And there we go. That's that. So, cheeky Spurs, not first time to scrape a late point. No, it isn't. But there you go. Big up, Carl, says the upper tier. Gives us a sub, you filthy animals. Exactly. Go on, Noel. You tell him, son. And the upper Henry says 5 points off fifth with 2 games in hand. No, we can do it. Laugh out loud. Yeah, there's no reason why you shouldn't. Gee, listen, there's breaking news because of notification on my phone. Protesters get into Grand National course at Aintree, forcing officials to delay start of the race. So the race isn't going to be late starting. 3-2 Bournemouth, laugh out loud. No way! Come on, the Cherries! He's 2! Look at that! Oh my days! Love it! You gotta love it! Look at that! Tottenham 2, Bournemouth 3. Look at that! And the goal has been scored by Katara in the 5th minute of adding on time, and it's been assisted by Solanke. Tottenham Hotspur 2, AFC Bournemouth 3. Oh, days, my cup runneth over. Tottenham Hotspur 2, Bournemouth 3. Dango Katara, Bournemouth, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, assisted by Dominic Solanke. Thank you and good night. Don't forget to turn the light off. Don't forget to pull the curtains. Bournemouth, that's it. Tottenham, that's it. You're done. You're dusty. You're finished. End of story. Good night. Thank you and goodbye. Woo-hoo-hoo. And it's over. It's finished. It's finished. Tottenham 2, Bournemouth 3. God, my days. Right. Okay. So, Game Killers going 3-2. Yeah, I love it, mate. Get in, you cherry, says the upper tier. Oh, love it. Expressions is having a mental breakdown. I bet he is. They get battered everywhere they go. Tottenham Hotspur, they get battered everywhere they go. Everywhere they go. Everywhere they go. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Henry Baker said 9+5. Laugh out loud. Quattara scores for Cherries. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. It really is. I absolutely love it. Arsenal forever. Grand National delayed after protesters entered the Aintree. Love it. Fair play to them. James Steele says, go on the Cherries, upsetting the Spurs fruit cocktail. Oh, I'm sending you a video in a bit. Look at it, laugh at it. Oh, no, Joanne, please, no. Not if it's spooky stuff. Please, no. No, don't. Get in the Cherries. You'll be having me. Give me a nervous breakdown, Joanne. My nerves are bad enough as it is without you doing stuff like that. Joanne says, I like Bournemouth. I like Bournemouth as well now. game killer this weekend's been great for Manchester United fans. And for Arsenal ones, definitely. We all, Joanne Spursy got glazed. Laugh out loud. Exactly. And in Germany, they have a drink called Schnapps. And a cherry flavoured one at that as well. There'll be plenty of that being sunk tonight. Tell ya. What a league. The Premiers never disappoints as the upper tier. Absolutely. Carl Walsh Gunner, what a show you do every Saturday. We're on Best Football Show on YouTube. Top show, top man. Thank you, Carl. Wait till you get going, mate. I'll be firmly in the shade once you are up and running properly, mate. No doubt about it. Henry Ray Baker channel. Enjoy the national, everyone. Bye. Take care, Henry. Thank you very much. And please, you guys with channels, put your links in the chat. Put your links for your channels in the chat. Honestly, I don't mind. Tottenham just been cherry-aid. Yeah, exactly. Nice one. I like it. Expressions has muted his stream. Oh, my days. James still laughing. Exactly. Oozing tears. Get battered everywhere they go. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. I just pinned over TC's meltdown, laugh out loud. He's going into one. I just said, all right, it's happened again. It's happened again. Laugh out loud. Exactly. Oh, my days. Right, let's go through the results. I'm going to read out the results from all the games, all right? So, football scores. So, earlier today, it finished in the Premier League. The results today in the Premier League. Aston Villa 3, Newcastle United 0. Chelsea 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Everton 1, Fulham 3. Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 2. Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Brentford 0. Tottenham Hotspur 2, AFC Bournemouth 3. Evening kickoff, Manchester City against Leicester City. In the Scottish Premiership, Hibernian 1, Heart Midlothian 0. Livingston 2, St Johnstone 0. Motherwell 1, Dundee United 2. Rangers 5, St Mirren 2. In the Championship, Sheffield United 4, Cardiff City 1. Blackpool 1, Wigan Athletic 0. Millwall 2, Preston North End 0. Queen's Park Rangers 0, Coventry City 3. Reading 0, Burnley 0. Rotherham United 0, Luton Town 2. Stoke City 1, West Bromwich Albion 2. Sunderland 2, Birmingham City 1. Swansea City 1, Huddersfield Town 0. Watford 2, Bristol City 0. Evening kickoff, Blackburn Rovers against Hull City. League One, Exeter City 0, Plymouth Argyle 1. Cambridge United 2, Peterborough United 0. Accrington Stanley 2, Fleetwood Town 5. Bristol Rovers 1, Derby County 1. Burton Albion 3, Sheffield Wednesday 2. Forest Green Rovers 1, Barnsley 5. Ipswich Town 6, Charlton Athletic 0. Lincoln City 3, Port Vale 2. Milton Keynes Dons 2, Cheltenham Town 2. Morecambe 1, Wycombe Wanderers 0. Oxford United 0. Bolton Wanderers 1. Shrewsbury Town 1. Portsmouth 1. And the Women's FA Cup, it's Manchester United Women 0. Brighton and Hove Albion 0. And latest score there. League 2. Carlisle United 0. Northampton Town 0. Crawley Town 2. Tranmere Rovers 1. Crewe Alexandra 2. Walsall 0. Gillingham 1. Stockport County 1. Grimsby Town 1. Mansfield Town 1. Harrogate Town 2. Doncaster Rovers 2. Newport County 2. Hartlepool United 0. Rochdale 0. Bradford City 3. Salford City 0. Colchester United 1. Stevenage 2. AFC Wimbledon 1. Sutton United 0. Leyton Orient 2. And last but not least, Swindon Town 0. Barrow 0. Okay, so that's that. That's it. That's your up to date with all the final scores there. Just a couple more chats in here. Noble Yates favourite to win the Garran National 8-1. Darren's in the chat. He's saying gutted Warren. I predict Brighton to win 2-1. Yeah, I did too, mate. And Bournemouth to win 3-2, but changed the Bournemouth score to 2-2 at the last minute. Mate, never change your scores. No, don't do it, man. Yeah, I went for Brighton to win 2-1 as well, but I don't know. Did they win 2-1 in the end? I think they did, didn't they? So fair play. Come on. James says, oh, Darren, the upside is they lost, though. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Listen, guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it already. Please put a like on the video as well. And also, please make sure that you subscribe to the upper tier and also to Del Boy Gunner TV, also to his young son's channel, Zach Football TV, to Carl Walsh Gunner TV, to the one and the only and the legendary Jez Collins. Please make sure you go and follow Darren Sullivan on Instagram. And who else have we got in here? The Henry Ray Baker channel. Make sure you go and subscribe to him as well. And Joanne Smith's YouTube channel. She's only just started it. Bless her. And yeah, if I've missed anyone, I do apologise. But yeah, we've had some big hitters in here today, as Niall said earlier. So yeah, make sure you go and follow all their channels. Absolute legends. Darren says, bang on, James. Yeah, everyone, please make sure you go and follow Darren on Instagram. Grand National starting to start despite protesting. And James says, cheers, Warren. Great show. Great laugh. Everyone else, see you later, alligators. Exactly, James. You take care of yourself, buddy. Horse is warming up. Any of them had a shit, Darren, if you notice. Whoever's had a shit, that will win the race. I'm telling you. 100%. Anyway, guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to all those channels. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And put a like on the video for me if you don't mind. And please make sure you share the content around and come back next Saturday, because I'll be doing it again next Saturday, come what may, come hell or high water. Also, enjoy the National, get your bets on, have a bit of a laugh and a bit of banter with your mates, and look after all your friends, your families and your loved ones. Get your bets on, and remember to share some love and kindness around the world. Remember, bet responsibly, though. That's really important. I'm not joking, all right? Please gamble responsibly and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all again really, really soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Bye for now.